State government and public health leaders have warned Americans to resist the impulse to ease social separation measures at the first glimpse of progress as the U.S. death toll surpassed 16,500. Calls for heightened vigilance countering talk from the Trump administration of reopening the economy next month came as new evidence emerged that stay-at-home restrictions were working to flatten the curve of infections in New York State, the U.S. epicenter of the pandemic. The number of newly hospitalized patients in New York dropped for a second day to 200. Governor Andrew Cuomo said it was a sign that social distancing was succeeding, even though the number of coronavirus-related deaths in the state rose by 799 on Wednesday, a record high for a third day.
But you're talking about 799 lives, the highest number ever. It's gotten to the point, frankly, that we're going to bring in additional funeral directors to deal with the number of people who have passed. If you ever told me that as governor I would have to take these actions, I couldn't even contemplate where we are now.
Apparent progress in efforts to slow the spread of the highly contagious virus were also reflected in fresh computer models, scaling back the projected nationwide death toll to 60,000, down from earlier forecasts of at least 100,000. New York State has now recorded more than 7,000 deaths from COVID-19, the respiratory disease caused by the coronavirus.
And don't underestimate this virus. I think that is a mistake we made from day one, we as the collective we as the global community. This virus is very, very good at what it does. We lost more lives yesterday than we have to date.
Cuomo likened the COVID-19 crisis to the September 11 attacks, which killed almost 3,000 people, most of them at Manhattan's World Trade Center, calling the current emergency a, quote, silent explosion that just ripples through society with the same randomness and same evil. Meanwhile, some 450 inmates and staff have tested positive for the coronavirus at Chicago's largest jail. County corrections officials said on Thursday, representing one of the nation's largest outbreaks at a single site so far in the pandemic. The surge of cases at Cook County Jail marks the largest flare-up of COVID-19 at jails and prisons in major cities across the United States, where detainees often live in close quarters.